Greetings, fellow cyberdogs and fellow Minecrafters and fellow mine squatches all over the world, and welcome once again to the Lagava Presents Let's Play Squatchcraft Kingdoms, and I am here today, and we are going to draw the very first of our Whitelist Lotto here on our server. Now, Mr. Oz was the very first winner of the server lotto, and he came on before we changed packs and stuff. But anyway, what I have here is I have an 8-sided dice because there are currently 7 people who have that are on the list for the application, and so if I roll a 1, which in Dungeons & Dragons, as some of you, my fellow nerds, may know, if you roll a 1, it's an absolute fail. Well, I'm gonna toss this 8-sider, and if it lands on 1, nobody wins the lotto this week. But let's see what we got. Alrighty. It is official. Victix11, you have been called forth to duty. As an heir to the Imperial throne, you must join together with us, your fellow Imperial heirs, as we fight the evil empire. But speaking of the evil empire, by the way, Victix, I will send you a PM on Cyberdog. Good stuff. We will get you the information via dogcraft.net so you can get everything downloaded, installed, and stuff. And if for some reason you decide to opt out, something has changed for you since you signed up for the list, please make sure and let me know so that we can redo the drawing and get somebody else on. But in the meantime, what we're going to do is we're going to change perspectives. And we're going to pull up the old teleportation. And we're going to right, but like that. There you go. How about it? Just like magic. Take a swim. Oh, I love our server. We've got some pretty kicking stuff here. I love that bamboo, by the way. We have here some lovely ships, and this crane right here, which was built by Biscuit, so that in the event that an airship comes in and docks over here, or a ship comes in and docks here, you can take the crane and lower the goodies down here into the warehouse with multiple floors. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Speaking of which, I'm going to be releasing a video in just a short amount of time here, and it's going to be a video of a Biscuit who went forth on the very first mission to go and face a hostile lord and whoop him, and he did a pretty good job of it. His troops followed him and served faithfully. I won't tell you how many of them died. But I will tell you that it was a lot of fun to follow along and record. And it's a little bit rough, of course, because I'm flying around trying to keep up and have no idea what's going to happen next. But it's fun, and I think you guys will enjoy it. But what I'm going to do now is I am going to just kind of lead you guys through a little bit about the spawn location and what kind of things we got going on. And we're going to first come on over here, because when we spawn here. Isn't this lovely? This is the Carriage Grove. Welcome to Carriage Grove, Gayakuru, Grove Keeper. Hear that lovely music? That's coming from Gakuru. And those of you who are into Japanese things know that Ru means dragon. Let us come over here and meet Ryaku. Ooh, there he is. Gyaku, Keeper of the Carriage Grove. And he's the one who's creating this music. Gyaku, Keeper of the Carriage Grove. Greetings, Dolakaba. I am Gyaku. I am Keeper of the Grove. I am your contact here. I know you. I know who you are. I know you are part of the resistance like me. It is my job to greet you and to inform you. Please pay me the respect of hearing all that I have to say. And he will help us to understand how it is we must begin our quest line and begin the process of playing Squatchcraft. And so I'm just going to click out of this because I'm not going to, spoiler alert, come on, man. But the backstory here, if you've seen the trailer, I'm just going to move far enough away that the music stops. Is he following me? It should have stopped by now. I have to check my settings. But, so here's the deal. The original structure was the carriage house here. The carriage house was by a little village, which happens to be over here. And then the great catastrophe came, and when the great catastrophe came, the backstory basically says, the lore says that the survivors here in the village, that they retreated to the carriage house over here, which is owned by the Arnwitt brothers. They are 3 dwarven brothers who are all smiths of some sort. But basically, all the survivors came here. At that time, this castle, none of all this other stuff was here. There was just a carriage in that little village. Well, the survivors of the village came here and stayed with the Arn brothers and the Arnwitt brothers. And then what happened is, as people came along who needed help, they took them in without question, and they became a very open-minded, cooperative kind of situation. And so the name of the town that eventually sprang up around the carriage inn is Union, because of all the togetherness. Togetherness is good. But then this is one of the Arn brothers down here in this contraption, and there's another one back over here in the corner, and another one in the carriage house. The first person of substance to show up actually was Sir Ingmar, who established his own little farm here. And then other people began showing up and establishing themselves, and they became a self-sufficient little walled city. And then eventually what happened is someone of a little bit greater stature, good gracious me, came along, and they established this part of the town here, and eventually a market was set up and all of that. Well, here's where it gets kind of not good. So what happens is you got all of these people that have been affected by the catastrophe of massive earthquakes and splits in the earth and turning into zombies and all this stuff going on, and Union forms up, and people are being safe and productive, and the monsters are not winning. And what happens is the Imperium, the royals, find out that, well, gee, it seems like this little place over here called Union is a whole lot safer than where we are. And so what began to happen is all the lords began to have the mages teleport their castles and things into this area, and a second town sprung up, the town of Regency right here. Now, taking a page from the playbook of George Lucas, the Imperium is a humans-only club. And so the elder races, like the elves and the dwarves and the orcs and all of those, of course, are not allowed to be part of either A, the royal court, which is what this area over here is, which is where all the castles and all the nobility live. Let it load a bit. Ugh, I love that Better Skies mod. It's just, I love seeing a meteor come down like that, having a North Star in the sky. But so this over here, this is royal court where all the royals live, and then next to it is Regency, the city that developed up around them based on the people who serve the royals. Because the royals, of course, they want to have everything here to continue their royal lifestyle. And of course, Regency has its own little market and things going on too. And unless you hold at least the title of Baron, or are on official business having to do with the Regency, one cannot even enter this town. So right over here, this is the no man's land between Regency and Union. And there's kind of a rivalry that goes on in this space, and as more things are built, that'll definitely show a lot stronger, building on either side of the dividing path here. But over here in Union, because they are very open-minded, and it was all about, doesn't make a difference who we are or where we're from, if we stick together, we can survive. Well, Union happens to have a lot of the old race people who stay here. Here, old Crack Grabble is a goblin, and here we have another Mind Squatch. This is Mika, who happens to be a Lady Squatch. Hello, Lady Squatch. She doesn't like me. I'm too short for her. And over here, let's see, that's William, who's based loosely on me, actually. And then we have Melvar and Leonardo. Just not sure what to make of Melvar and Leonardo. Leonardo is a pony, as in My Little Pony. And Melvar, I think, may be one of the wrong kind of bronies. I hope he's not a clopper. But either way, there's something going on here. And the official story, once you get into it, is you find out that basically Leonardo and Melvar, Melvar was an apprentice mage who accidentally turned Leonardo into a pony. And they are desperately seeking some way to change Leonardo back into his original self. So, yes, I'm sorry I made the bad taste pony jokes, but come on. I'm sorry. I am the most open-minded human being you could possibly imagine, but I'll be a son of a gun. I just cannot understand people who are sexually attracted to cartoon ponies. It just, I don't know. I suppose it's for them. It's as natural as me liking a cute butt. But it just, sorry. But yes, so I'm sure there'll be many bad taste jokes about him and Leonardo. But here we have Mr. Sparrow, who is the registrar, and here we have Ariel, who is a researcher. And this is where one stakes their claim. You come here and you post your claim on the wall, and if it isn't disputed, which unfortunately we have a dispute that I have to post. If it isn't disputed, all you have to do is conquer it. If it is disputed, then you not only got to conquer it, but then you've got to beat the person who disputed it. Hello, signs? I thought I said signs. Never mind. Anyway, I'm not going to waste your guys' time with that. You will see some familiar faces around here if you've caught some of my previous episodes of things, like Noobs Online Adventure Hour. It's Argyle. How's it going, Argyle? Oh, it's going bloody good. Except I'm bored. I'll just stand here all day. Get me a woman. Okay, I'll do that. A short woman? No, a tall woman. I want to climb it like a tree. Dude, this is a family show. I'll be back. All right, so we are pretty much set. There's still going to be a lot of NPCs placed in. There's still going to be structures built. There's lots of interesting and fun things, but the spawn area here, where you will be starting, just wanted to give you some sort of rough idea. I'm not bailing just yet. I got to keep it short because I turned all my fans off so that I wouldn't have the background noise, and it's been so ungodly hot here in Texas that if I don't have a fan blowing across my computer, I got about 20 minutes and then my computer overheats and shuts down. But let us come over here and let's open up the old door here. Hello? What's the deal? Had a lag apparently. Uh-oh, I hear trouble. You hear that? This right here is the Salty Squatch Inn and Pub. When you enter, you should check your weapons here. You can also leave your potions if you're worried about that, and there's storage up there. Once you've checked your weapons, then of course you can come and you can talk to Florinda, the innkeeper, who has many interesting things that she can set up for you. Private meeting room, and here's an exit. You've got two different sections, and there are rooms that you can rent upstairs, room and board, while you're here at the carriage house. And you can also access the roof from a side door here and get on up and get a lovely view of the carriage inn. Hop down here. Oop, ninja time. But this is the home here of Knob and Dob, Nippler Esquires, #1 carriage court. I haven't made their characters yet. They're actually going to be interesting characters, and I'm not going to give you spoilers about them. As I start my series, and I actually start to play through this, you'll find out lots and lots about Knob and Dob. But this here is Grover Arnwit. He's a farrier. Like I say, the three Dwarven brothers are all smiths. You have a armor smith over there, a weaponsmith back on the other side of things, and he is a farrier, meaning he deals with horses and carriages and stuff. #2 carriage court. Let's go on in here and I'll show you. See, so here we have Ragahag. She is an orc, and like I say, the old races interact here together. Here we have Karagan, who happens to be Ender Chibi. And over here we have Grover Arnwood himself. Hello, Grover. And he has his pet here. Hold still. This is Phelan. Phelan's pretty cool. All the Dwarven brothers keep pets. I think Phelan's probably going to have a musical track too. I'd kind of like to have it so that when people go into different areas, the music changes, you know? But let's come on over here quick and take a look at another one of the Arnwood brothers. This is Grave Arnwood. He's an armorer. This is Lord Park Lane, named because of Ingmar here, because, you know, he thinks he's fancy. But here is Mr. Grave Arnwood. He is the armorer. And you hear the armor sound? Again, that's the same way I set up the music with Gayaku at the Grove. I set up these sounds here for Grave. But where's his pet? Oh, here he is. Hello, Nafe. This is Nafe, his pet. He is a little Naga. He's a mini Naga, I guess you would say. Hello. And then let's go over here and let's step over to Mr. Grimblarmwit, weaponsmith. #1 narrow road, because it's a narrow road. And let's go out back and see him. Am I hung up on here? There we go. And so here's Grimble, and Grimble also has a couple of companions. He has his little pet cube named Bleem, and over here we have Foster. Bleem and Foster are not generally well behaved, and he's generally yelling at them to behave themselves, not to wander off and all of that stuff. But his sound file just isn't working right. Just isn't working right. Just take a quick section here. Yeah, I'm not going to waste your time. I'll fix this on my own time. I'm sorry, guys. It's just I'm really happy to be making so much progress on the server here. And here we have a little building that originally I was going to make into a church, but I think I'm actually going to make this into the official town hall of Union. Oh, yep, there's Foster. Pop, pop. I'm waiting for them to make some more of their dialogue. No? Okay. Grimble's sitting here watching him. But let's hop up over here. And, you know, I guess I don't want to show off too much more because I don't want a bunch of spoilers, you know, for people who are starting out. But I also wanted to show you enough to show you that, hey, we got some interesting stuff going on here, and also to make sure that Mr. Vic 11, the winner of the Whitelist Lottery for this week, and there will be a lottery now every week until we run out of candidates or we run out of spaces. But I wanted to make sure that Victix understood that when he gets here, he's going to need to talk to Gyaku, the keeper of the grove. He's going to come on up here and show you guys this here. These signal fires are all along the coast. I mean, there's lighthouses and there's signal fires, and it's just so much stuff. And I don't want to give it all away because I'm going to do a let's play as I'm working through here. But my next video for this server will be Sir Biscuit, because in the game you start out as a knight errant, and then if you conquer one biome, you become a baron over a barony. If you conquer two biomes, you then become a count over a county, because a county is made up of two baronies, and so on and so forth until finally you become a prince. And if you become a prince, then you may take the king trials, and if you succeed at the king trials, you may then, when the time comes, take part in the imperial tournament to determine which of us, me included, I'm not just going to automatically take the position, but which of us will become the emperor, because our whole purpose here is to conquer biomes and establish ourselves and become high enough in rank to actually challenge for the throne. Squatchcraft Kingdoms. Wouldn't be much of a kingdom without a throne, right? All right, guys. Well, I'm going to sign off for now. I'd like to thank you for joining me, Delakaba, for Delakaba Presents Let's Play Squatchcraft Kingdoms with our Whitelist Lottery, once again announcing our winner, Victix 11, and also to give you guys just a glance around quick. The reason I haven't been showing off the server a whole bunch is because I don't want to spoil it, because I am going to be doing a Let's Play. Thank you so much for joining me. Here is a Squatchcraft half with a torch in your face, and I'm out. Peace.